Hello, this is Jonah and welcome to Bisaya Classroom. Today's discussions would be the following. We will discuss what is Bisaya. We will also discuss what kind of Bisaya am I teaching. I decided to discuss this since there are a lot of questions that I am reading on the comment section. Also, after that, I am going to give my personal tips to learn Bisaya easily. And then after these three things, we're going to proceed with our lesson today, and that is asking permission in Bisaya. So let's start with our first question. What is Bisaya? So when we say Bisaya, it refers to the language spoken in the central and southern part of the Philippines. So here's the map of the Philippines. The Philippines is an archipelago. It is divided in three major groups of islands. We have Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. If you have heard about Manila, Manila is located here in Luzon, and Manila is our capital city. Now again, Bisaya are the languages spoken from these parts, Visayas and Mindanao. Bisaya can also refer to the people of the Visayas and the great population of Mindanao. Okay? Now, when we say Bisaya as a language, it does not only mean one specific language. Bisaya means a lot of languages in it. It's actually a group of different varieties of languages. Here are some examples. We have Cebuano, Hiligaynon or Ilonggo, Waray or Waray-Waray, Surigao-Nun, Boholano, and a lot more. Okay, so if you want to research, there are a lot of Bisaya languages there are a lot of other varieties of languages under Bisaya. Here's a map of Visayas and here's a map of Mindanao. Now, if you notice, I highlighted or I placed Cebuano in red. Okay, there's an explanation for that. Okay, according to the article of Jessie Grace Rodrigo on her article differentiating between Binisaya, Visayan, and Cebuano, she has discussed there the how special Cebuano is. Okay, Cebuano is actually the language of the people from Cebu. This is Cebu. Okay, a very famous city found in the Visayas area. Okay, and Cebuano is also known as Sugbuhanon or Sinugbuhanon. And did you know that Cebuano has become more popular amongst other languages? Okay, it has become more popular. As a matter of fact, that is how the Bisaya is known to the world. And it is also known over the academe. So that is why if you notice in the books, when we say Bisaya, they actually give Cebuano lessons. So Cebuano has become synonymous to Bisaya. Another interesting fact is a large group of people in Mindanao speak Cebuano, specifically the Davao region. And Davao City is from Davao region. Yeah, that's my place. I live in Davao City. And in our place, we speak Cebuano, but we do not call our language as Cebuano. Okay, according to the article of Jessie Grace Rubrico, she mentioned that people from Mindanao, not only the Davao region, people from Mindanao who speaks Cebuano shy away from calling their language Cebuano because they consider it as the language of the people of Cebu. They call it Bisaya or Binisaya instead. That is the reason why I do not call my classroom as Cebuano classroom. I call it Bisaya classroom simply because I am a Davaoeña, I am from Davao, and I call the language that I am speaking as Bisaya. Okay? So, although technically it's really Cebuano, but I am speaking or I am teaching here the modern and the technical, the modern and the conversational and the real-time Bisaya spoken in the Davao region. Hence, that includes how we call the language. We call it Bisaya. I hope that is clear. Now let us proceed to what kind of Bisaya am I teaching? Yes, I will be teaching the Bisaya that is very similar to Cebuano. Again, technically, I will be teaching Cebuano. However, again, we do not refer to the language as Cebuano. We call it Bisaya simply because we are from Davao Region. All right, so there's a good news here. The good news is if you have friends in Cebu and other parts of the Visayas, you can greatly communicate with them using the language that I will be teaching. Another interesting part is my father is a pure-blooded Cebuano and my mother is a Surigao. So I have given you an example a while ago. Surigao is one of the Bisaya languages. These languages, Cebuano and Surigao, are actually different. However, they can understand each other using the Cebuano language, which is again commonly called Bisaya in our area. Right now, we are in Davao Region and they speak Bisaya to each other. All right. So I hope everything is clear. If you have some questions, you can put your comments down below and I will do my best to answer. If you have some additional ideas or additional facts to explain this, you can. Now let's go to tips on how to learn the language easily. This is a very good. This is my own personal tip, okay, especially to my non-Bisaya speaker friends. I only have three, okay? Number one, start with words and phrases. Do not start with grammar or etymology or sentence structure. It would be very, very hard if you will go to the technicality immediately. So you start with words, simple words and phrases. Then afterwards, you have to use these words and phrases in your conversations, okay? And the last one is to use it daily with the locals, use it daily with Bisaya people. So if you have friends whom you trust, okay, tell them that you are learning the language and they will help you, all right? Okay, now let's go to our lesson. Hopefully, this lesson will help you. If this is your first time in my channel and you really want to learn Bisaya, hopefully this lesson will open your mind that learning Bisaya is very easy. Okay? So, how to ask permission in Bisaya? Okay, I will teach you this word. Okay, we have puede or puede. Okay, Cebuanos would say puede is wrong because it's Tagalog, but actually in our place, some people use puede. However, the most common, if you could say Bisaya pronunciation, it's really puede. The spelling doesn't matter. It's actually spelled as how it is pronounced. Okay? Puede. 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 It means may I or can I. Puede. Puede. Don't forget. Puede. Next would be puede ko, and then we have the three dots here. It means we have to add the specific thing what we are asking permission to. Okay? Puede ko, we'll add later things there. Okay? Puede ko means I. Okay? Puede ko, okay? Or we could, what do you call this one? We could emphasize the question. We add ba between pwede and ko. Pwede ba ko? Pwede ba ko? Pwede ko and pwede ba ko mean the same. Pwede ba ko is just, putting more emphasis on your permission. Pwede ba ko? Okay, and then we will continue the sentence later on. Again, pwede, may I, can I, pwede? Pwede ko? Pwede ba ko? Okay, don't forget. Don't forget. Okay? I hope that you have written this. Next, before we proceed with continuing the sentences, let's learn a few action words in Bisaya. So we have gawas, gawas meaning go out. Kaon, meaning eat. Inom, meaning drink. Dagan, meaning run. Kanta, sing. Sayaw, dance. Salum, dive. Laag, meaning you go out somewhere fun. Undang, meaning stop. Padayon means continue. Okay, here are our action words, and we will be using these action words later, okay, in our permission sentences. Now, we have to make these action words into its future tense because when you are asking permission, you are not yet doing the action. The action will be done in the future. You're still waiting for their permission, right? So we have to transform these action words into its future tense. And to do that, we have to add mo in the beginning of the word, okay? Before the word, it will be our prefix. So it could either be mu or mu. Okay, actually, I'm not teaching technical Bisaya, so I'm not really technical with the spelling. So we will be using mo here, mo, because you know the Bisaya language is they have very strong vowels. We do not have soft vowels like a, and then o. We have u, e, and then a. Okay, those are the significant vowel sounds in Bisaya. Okay, both of these spellings are okay, but I will be using mu today. Okay, so let's try to transform this first action word gawas into future before we can use that in our permission sentence. So gawas becomes mo gawas. Okay, now this action word is in the future. Now we are going to use our phrases a while ago. You still remember? So let's start with pwede ko, and then we add the word. Pwede ko mugawas. So it means, may I go out or can I go out? Okay, for example, you are in the classroom and you are asking your teacher if you can go out. So Bisaya people, we call our female teachers as ma'am. Okay, I know it's the same. Ma'am, pwede ko mugawas? Or you can use the other one. Pwede ba ko mugawas? You remember the third phrase? Pwede, we add ba here just to emphasize the question. Pwede ba ko mugawas? Ma'am, pwede ko mugawas? Okay? And the reply of your teacher would either be the two things. O meaning yes. Dili meaning no. O, yes. Dili, no. Let's try. Ma'am, pwede ko mugawas? Oh, pwede ka mugawas. So the reply would become ka. Ka means you. If you remember our previous lessons, okay, ka means you. So the reply could be, oh, pwede ka mugawas. Or it could be the negative. Dili ka pwede mugawas. Okay, now let's focus on how we construct the question. Let's try kaon. Kaon. For example, you're very hungry. First, we're going to transform it in the future tense. Mukaon. Pwede ko mukaon? Pwede ko mukaon? Pwede ba kumukaon? Pwede. O, pwede ka mukaon or dili ka pwede mukaon. Okay? Now, you try to make your own sentences. How about inom? Pwede ko mo inom? Dagan. Pwede ko mo dagan? Kanta. Pwede ko mo kanta? Sayaw. Pwede ko mo sayaw? Salom. Pwede ko mo salom? Laag. Pwede ko mo laag? Undang. Pwede ko mo undang? Padayon. Pwede ko mo padayon? Alright, so here, if you are the one who is asking permission, alright? Now, if you want to, if you're talking to the other person, if you want them to do something. For example, let's try the sentence. Undang. Or let's choose undang. Pwede. And then instead of ko, you will be talking to another person. For example, you're talking to me. So instead of ko, you will just replace it with ka. So now the action should be done by the receiver of the sentence. So you're talking to me, you are asking me to stop. For example, I am so noisy or I am so fast. So you could say, Ma, pwede ka mo undang? Okay, so now they are asking me or requesting me. Now the sentence becomes a request for the person to do something. Or you could say kanta, for example, kanta. You want to tell someone if they can sing. Pwede ka mukanta? Sayaw. Pwede ka musayaw? So you just replace ko with ka. Ka means you. So the sentence, it does not become a sentence asking for permission now. It becomes a sentence requesting something. Okay? Pwede ka mulaag? Meaning, can you go out somewhere fun? Pwede ka, pwede ka mo padayon? Okay. So you can also research other action words and you can try this pattern. All right, if you have some questions, you can drop your questions in the comments below and I will do my best to answer those questions. If you have some lesson requests, please tell me on the comment section as well. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and please ring the notification bell so that you will be notified when I release lessons. If you want to join my family of determined class, you can click the join button below. If you want to support this classroom, this little classroom, you can click the buy me a coffee link below as your way of supporting this classroom of mine. For those who would like to join my family by subscribing, I want to welcome you in advance. Thank you so much and I hope to see you next time. Bye.